the turtles find themselves transported back in time to ancient Japan. This is my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. For those of you that don't know, I'm reviewing the original 1990s film trilogy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this is the third and final installment of that trilogy. And after rewatching this movie before seeing the newer version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I have to say that I thought that this movie was bad. The good points. Definitely the two best aspects of this movie are the production and costume designs. Because most of the movie takes place back in time in Japan, and I felt like I was in Japan during the 1600s, I believe this movie took place in. But I also thought that the production design was good for the present day scenes when they were in the turtle lair. I thought that some of the action scenes in this movie were good, not all of them, just some of them. Because when you compare this movie to the second installment of the trilogy, you can tell that they knew they had to do better action scenes than the second installment. Like the last two movies, the pacing in this movie was done well too. And I'm surprised at how good the pacing was in this movie because of the bad story that this movie had. Because usually what happens is, if you have a bad story, then the pacing will be bad at moments, but overall I thought the pacing was done well. The only other good point I have to say about this movie is that there are some funny moments, not like funny moments where you laugh out loud, but like moments where you do like scoff laughs, like, The bad points. So like in the past two movies, a bad point in this movie is that the movie is too fast-paced. And at moments it's good to have that fast pacing, but when your hour and 30-minute movie feels like a 45-minute movie, like you should fill up that time somehow. And by that I mean add more scenes to the movie that make sense so that it doesn't feel like a 45-minute movie and more like an hour and 30-minute movie. Another bad point in this movie are the turtle suits, and oh my god, the turtle suits in this movie are terrible, they're awful. They've downgraded so much from the first movie, and it seems like these are new turtle suits as well. And I don't understand why they need new turtle suits when they can use the turtle suits from the first movie, unless those suits are worn out. And if that's the case, I don't know why they didn't make new suits based off of those designs from the first movie then. But like in the last movie, you could see the peepholes under the eyes for the actors in the suits to look out of, and it didn't seem like they were trying to hide it throughout the movie at all because you could see it throughout the movie. And like with the last movie, the animatronics of the mouth didn't go with the words that the actors were saying. Another aspect of the movie that needed to be worked on was the writing, because I thought that the story, dialogue, and development, both with the story and characters, were just weird. And I thought it was bad how they used Casey Jones in this movie, because Casey Jones was a cool character in the first movie, but when you didn't see him in the second movie, you're like, where the heck is he? And then when you saw him for the first time in this movie, you were probably thinking, oh, hey, he's gonna be a major part in this movie helping the turtles, but no, he's just babysitting like some like samurai guards that came from the past. The acting in this movie was another thing that could have been better, because I thought that throughout the movie there were people that were underacting and overacting. The last bad point I have to say about this movie is the directing, because I thought that the directing could have been better with the comedy, action, and drama, and the mix of all of them together. Because when scenes came in the movie that had action, drama, or comedy in the movie, I didn't feel that sense of comedy, or that sense of action, or that sense of drama. So my rating for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time is a 1 out of 4 stars. I thought that there were some aspects of the movie that were good, but overall I thought that the pacing, directing, acting, writing, and turtle suits were just major flaws of the movie. So that's my review. Hope you guys liked it, and other than that guys, that's it.